Hey you guys, welcome back. I am Funky Like Feathers, and tonight we have some live write-ins for NaNoWriMo. It is the last week of Nano. Today's our last Monday for this year's NaNoWriMo. And I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is rocking their word counts. I hope everybody has just loved their project the entire time and been able to stay away from all of the plot bunnies that come out of the absolute word work when it comes to Nano. Because yeah, it's always a wild ride, but you have to try to stay focused on that one project. At the same time, I love writing down all of the weird plot bunnies that jump up during the month of November, because then it gives you something else to like play with when December comes, right? So we've got today, and then we've got 3 more days. How are you guys doing on your writing goals? How are you guys doing on your Nano projects? Have you finished your Nano project and you're here just for the fun of it? Or how many of you guys are severely behind? It's fine. There's no judgment. Like, we've all been there, okay? And I actually had a friend pull out NaNoWriMo with 25,000 words on the last day. Don't ask me how he did it. Actually, I'll tell you exactly how he did it. He did it with word sprints, as most of us do. Word sprints just make the words happen faster, right? Because if you sit down and you just try to finish your project, it's not going to happen, because you're going to get overwhelmed with it, and then you're going to get annoyed with it, and you're going to find every reason not to write. I mean, Nano, I have to say, is like the month where everything gets clean in the house, and I'm willing to cook anything because it means I don't have to write, right? Green rolled, I have 5K left to go, not giving in yet. Come on, you got this. You got this. You got this. You know, if you do the 1667 per day for the next 2 days, I mean, you can do this. You can do this. Anyway, if you do 2K for the next 3 days, no, not a problem at all. Good Lord, not a problem. Yeah, so, and like, especially for those of you in the US, seriously, Thanksgiving takes the toll. Because Thanksgiving really is not just a day for most of us. It's like it happens on a day, and then there's the recuperation that has to happen. And so it ends up lasting the entire weekend. Yeah. And then family's in town and you don't get to stay on your same writing schedule. Megan, you have 8K left. Okay, 8K is not that bad though. Think about it. It's really not that bad when you break it down. And like I said, if you get in some good sprints, you can make this happen. You can make this happen. Honestly. Yes. See, you got this. See, even Green Rule says it. You got this. Like, if you've ever done a 10K day, you know that this is possible. Okay. I've done a few 10K days. They are not the easiest of days, but it gets the words on the page. And again, the only way to really make that happen is by doing sprints. Like, you sit down, you set a 15-minute timer, get everything you can down, and then you take a brain break for the rest of the hour. And that's what I did. Caitlin, I have 2 chapters left. I'm just trying to finish this current draft of my novel in progress. Sweet. Yes, that is amazing. And I love the fact that yours is not like word count specific. And that's one of the big things I have to say that has been a big change for a lot of Rymos over the years. If you follow Kate Kavanaugh or Natalia Lee, Brooke even stopped writing. She just does cover art now. But a lot of people have stopped worrying so much about the word count and just been focusing on the project itself. And that was actually a really big shift in the past few years. Because, you know, all of these people have YouTube channels where they specifically were like, all right, I got to get to 50K. And then suddenly everybody's like, I don't care about the 50K. I just want to finish this part of the project. And it was really great though, too, because I have to say there is like a mentality that comes with just hitting that word count goal instead of focusing on the story being complete. And that is a really, really big just perception change. And when you change your perspective on the story, it can be really, just incredible. It can be a really fun time. So whether you're trying to meet a word count goal or a plot goal, you got this. You got this. Okay. Because let me tell you, if you are trying to meet that word count goal and it's so that you can get like, it's half off Scrivener this year. I thought it, like, I don't remember how much it was when I got it because it was like 5 years ago. But I mean, like, half off Scrivener is awesome. So if you're going for that word count goal so that you can get that 50% off Scrivener, they also have like tons, because, okay, I went ahead and won Nano, so I'm past that. So they have all of the different like kickbacks that you get for winning Nano this year, and like dabblers on there, and like there's tons of different specials that you get for winning Nano. So yeah, like I don't knock anyone's goals because your goals are your own and they're there for a reason, you guys. Judy, hello. I've fallen so far behind, it's terrible. I've been trying to find my full throttle inspiration. Okay, so sometimes that is inspiration is a little something that we drink. Sometimes it's iced coffee. I have the trifecta of drinks. Okay, I have all 3 of my drinks. I'm fully set up. I have iced coffee in this one. This one is a Celsius. And this one's just plain water. Okay, so we're staying hydrated. But again, I think part of that staying inspired is, pardon me, making sure that you've got your ideas ready to go. And if you have like those Pinterest pages made or whatever, scrolling through that can sometimes be a really nice, like, mind jogging thing to kind of go, oh yeah, I want to add that to a scene, and getting that put in there. And things like scene cards and having either a plot embryo or your save the cat beat sheet or something like that, like that can also really help, because then it makes it more of like a checklist and you know where the story's going, and you can just go, oh, okay, that's what I'm writing, right? So you don't have to wonder so much about like where you are or what it is that you need to write. It's already there because you planned it last month. But that's way in the past. So if you don't have that, go ahead and put that kind of stuff together. And like I said, I've got free stuff like that on my Patreon page. Y'all, it's simple, patreon.com/funkylikeFeathers. It's really not a secret code. And a bunch of stuff is free on there so that you can just print out those resources if you want to use those for next year. Save them to your computer. I don't care. Do whatever you want with it. But that can also really help so that you already have that stuff in hand when it comes to your next bout of NaNoWriMo. And then we put together our codex and we know exactly what's happening in that story, right? So much easier. I also suggest doing stuff like that after you write your project. Actually, I was just talking to somebody about this the other night at our meetup. We were talking about the fact that, okay, what happens after Nano? And they want to kind of get their stuff ready before they send it to an editor. And I was like, please do your own developmental breakdown before you send it to somebody else. So even if you didn't plan anything out in Preptober, afterwards, once your project, like you've already been working on it, that's a cat. That is Hazel. That's Hazel. Even if you finish your project and you didn't have an outline or anything like that, or if you want to check your project to make sure that it's complete, print out a Save the Cat beat sheet so that you can actually check to make sure that you have all of those plot points, or fill in a plot embryo, or fill in the hero's journey, circle. Anything to make sure that you have all of those plot points, or print out a bunch of scene cards and go ahead and fill them out after the fact so that you can make sure that you did in fact get everything that you needed to get out of that scene. It's a great way to check how your work went, and you are saving us editors quite a bit of time and effort, because you know that you've got completed information. You know that the story doesn't have a bunch of gaping plot holes because it's already there. Save you a ton of time and money, because then someone like me doesn't have to tell you that there's a bunch of stuff missing in your story. You've already checked it. So do stuff like that. All right, let's see. Junie, I think next year I'll be better off. And that's the thing too, is that every single year you will learn something new about how you can kind of streamline your writing process. Don't kid yourself, man. Seriously. I will continue this story. I think it'll be worth publishing. I love that. I love that. So seriously, do not give up on this. Your project is worth writing, you guys. It really, really is. All right, so we're going to get 15 minutes on the clock so that we can get a writing sprint going. So let me pull one up real quick. I'm pulling up a timer. So you guys pull up your writing projects so that you are ready to go. Time countdown. All right. That is not the one that I wanted. All right, here we go. 15 minutes on the clock. Get your writing projects ready. Pull up your document. Katie, I like to hit 2K a day for my personal goal. It gives me a buffer in case something happens. That's the exact same plan I do every single year. Every single year, I literally aim for 2K per day, and especially because of Thanksgiving and the whole thing. I was really lucky this year I didn't get sick. Anybody else? Anybody else not get sick? We're gonna knock on all the wood. Yeah, I did not get sick this year, which was great because usually there's always like a day or two that I'm just down for the count. Did not run into that issue. Yay! But yeah, always give yourself a little bit of a buffer. Front load the words at the beginning of the month, whatever you can do, right? Get it done. All right, you guys, we're gonna do 15 minutes on the clock. Ready, set, go. 7 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. That's fine. Okay. How'd you guys do? What's your word count now? How far are we? It was 15 minutes. It was 15 minutes, you guys. Just 15 minutes. Oh no, Katie, you had a cold? Ugh. I hate that. I hate that because then you can't focus on anything, right? Like then everything just becomes more frustrating because you can't think. It's like your brain just decides I'm out. When I get a cold, I can't even read. Like, cannot focus enough to even read, which is even more frustrating. Let's see. Green rolled 203, Caitlin 201, Megan 603. I am loving it. I'm loving it, you guys. So nice. So nice. See, in 15 minutes, you guys got that. 15 minutes. Katie 538. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love this so much. Junie, what does it mean tech is being special for me? It's too cold to think right now. Oh man, a friend of mine in the UK, she was freezing. She had like a parka jacket. She had like blankets over her. She was still freezing. She was like, it is so cold. It is not that cold here. I'm in Texas, in case you didn't get that from my random usages of the word y'all. I live in Texas. I mean, it's chilly. It's chilly outside, but it's not that cold. All right. Like I have a fan on in the corner. It's not that cold here. But I mean, I'm still drinking my coffee iced. Is that a sign enough that it's not that cold here? I think that's the easiest way to explain it. Oh no, Junie, not loading. Couldn't get Google Docs to update. No. Y'all. Okay, so I do love Google Docs. I do. I love Google Docs. I still have frustrations with it though, because I wish that we could get it off of Google servers. You know what I mean? But it's like the only way to move large documents, right? Because like I have a client with a document that's more than 100 pages right now as she's like rewriting it. And I know that that's not something that I can email back and forth, but at the same time, I don't want Google to have access to it. You know what I mean? I just wish it was like, I don't know. I wish everybody had Dropbox. I know. So it's just like when I had a couple of students who were writing their manuscripts on the NaNoWriMo Young Writers Program website. This is before all the drama hit. And this was several years ago. And the website glitched and they lost everything. And I was like, why are you guys writing on that platform? Write somewhere else and then just copy and paste it over there. Because yeah, y'all do not write into those kinds of programs. Oh no. Junie, there really isn't much you can do, especially with Microsoft pay per use. Yeah, That is tough. That is, and that's the thing. Who's that? I have another client who uses Pages. He really likes Pages. He uses that for a lot of stuff too. But yeah, I use Word and then Scrivener, and I like Scrivener because I can rearrange stuff. Although I have to say, if you have not ever planned out a project like on Post-it notes and index cards, like full on just tactile, gotten, nitty gritty with it, try it out. Seriously, like try the Post-it notes and everything. Like try the, the red string on the wall. Just so you can delve into it and look at it differently, right? Like look at the entire setup with a different perspective. Caitlin, I use Pages on my Mac and save on iCloud and backup. Yeah, absolutely. Junie, and typewriters are extremely expensive. Why is that? Why are typewriters so expensive now? It's funny because actually a friend of mine, she collects typewriters, and she writes on her typewriters, not like physically. She spray paints them, but she actually like types on the typewriter and then just uses that, which is very cool. But she's gonna have to like scan that in later because otherwise it's just one really amazing, one copy of the book. But she writes them as letters from one character to another, which is just stunning to me. It's a beautiful way of writing. And it was really kind of funny because one time at critique group, she brought a couple and she read one to us. And within 5 minutes, everybody at the table was crying. It was awesome. It was a really, really amazing experience because that's how you know that like your writing is really doing well, is when you can just affect everybody at the table, men, women, it doesn't matter what age bracket, like we were all sniffling. It was so incredible. I loved that so much. Katie, I'm writing in Google Docs, but I have written in WordPad. WordPad is good in a way. It doesn't highlight things and it's pretty straightforward. So that's another really good thing too. One of the things I like about being able to, have all this stuff just available on the computer. And again, this is part of the reason that I don't write by hand. One, because my hand doesn't go fast enough to keep up with my brain, but also because having all this stuff on the computer and you can like copy and paste and back up to different places, it's a really great thing because you can also then utilize different programs to dump your writing in there, and it can give you different kinds of feedback. So, just like we talk about Microsoft Word, it can catch like misspellings and stuff because Google Docs doesn't always catch misspellings, which is really interesting. I was editing a manuscript today and there was a semicolon in the middle of a word. Why not? And then, simple grammar mistakes like a lack of a capital letter at the beginning of a sentence. Google Docs doesn't catch that. So little things like that, Microsoft Word will catch. And then I really like Hemingway app. I know I've told you guys about this like a million times, but I like the fact that it catches all the adverbs. It tells you what grade level your writing reads at, which I think is just so awesome. And then it also lets you know if sentences are just a little bit too long or like really long for readers, which is just such cool feedback, and it's all color coded. Right now, if you're visually impaired, that can be really frustrating. But again, that is where a writing community can really come into play. So if you don't, y'all, if NaNoWriMo has not taught you one thing, okay, learn this lesson. Writing, you need a community. Okay, you need a community. How many times can I say that? You need people that you can talk to about your project. You need people you can bounce ideas off of. You need people that you can get feedback from, like honest feedback, not people who are just going to like pat your back and be like, oh yeah, that was great. You need people who are going to be like, so here's what I see needs to be, discussed, and what can we break down, and how can we improve this project? That's what you need out of writing partners. Okay. Like, honestly, I went to a critique group and like for 3 sessions in a row, nobody gave me anything to change. Everybody was like, oh, I really liked how you did this. I really liked how you did this. But nobody said what to fix. And after 3 sessions, I literally stopped and I was like, I'm taking offense to this now. If you guys don't tell me how to make this better, I won't improve as a writer, and I have to get better. And so, yeah, like everybody was like, oh my God, yeah, no, I didn't realize that. And I'm like, yeah, it's been three times I've read, and we read about 2,000 words. So it's like, there's 0 chance of 6,000 words being just perfect. It's like, let's rip it to shreds. because that's how you become a better writer. It's also hearing different feedback from different people who have different backgrounds, different knowledge bases. It's so amazing to get that community. So if you have not found a writing community in your local area, look for one or make one. That's right. I said make one. I know it's very, very scary to like set up a community and to start something and to kind of put yourself on a ledge, but you need to do it because somebody needs to do it. How else are you going to build that community, right? That's how I ended up being an ML for a region and creating a region, because my region was like an hour away from the closest one. And y'all, none of us want to drive that far. Okay, so seriously, build a community if there isn't already one around you. Let's see. Katie, I don't talk about my novels much. I'm shy about sharing parts. Junie, we are all here. Yeah, so here's the thing. I understand being shy about sharing parts of your writing because it is you being vulnerable about something that you're doing, and being open to having that kind of critique or that criticism being brought to you. It can be very intimidating, but it can also make you better as a writer. And one of the things I think is beautiful about writing critique groups is the fact that everybody shares. So people don't show up. Well, I mean, it depends on your writing group, but usually somebody else reads your writing, which can be a very vulnerable place to be. But it's really important to hear how a reader would read your work, right? Because you're always going to read it with the emphasis on the words that you know you want emphasized. And you're going to read characters a certain way. But to hear how a reader would actually experience your work is very exciting. And then you can you'll hear a lot of things that need to get fixed without anyone saying a word. So you'll notice if there's a word that you're using too often, or if there's something that you could have explained better. Those kinds of concepts pop up when someone else reads your work. And again, having multiple backgrounds to people in the group is amazing because they can be your resources. It's really, really cool how much life experience people have. And then if you have questions to make a scene or a character more accurate, those people can help you out. And it's so cool to have that available there, and to have people who like pay more attention to world building, and people who pay more attention to magic systems, and people who pay more attention to character development. To get their feedback on your work will just make your work grow in an amazing and beautiful way. So don't be intimidated by the writing groups and the critique groups, because everybody who shows up is just as terrified. This is one of those instances where me and my giant dog, if we're like just the other day, somebody got on the elevator with us and, the person's like, that's a really big dog. And I'm like, trust me, he's more scared of you than you are of him. Shockingly enough, like he's intimidated because you're a giant to him. Look how big you are, right? Like everybody's in the same boat. Everybody is intimidated to get that kind of feedback. But at the same time, that's what makes you better. That's what makes you a great writer. And no matter what, if you want to be published, somebody else is going to have to read your work. Because either you get reviews on Amazon for your work and somebody going, I really wish that they would have had a critique group, or you get a critique group beforehand and it gets fixed. And then you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff because you can be more secure in your writing, knowing that you've gotten the feedback, you've utilized what you could, and you made it better. That's what we want, you guys, because that's literally what got me into NaNoWriMo. I went somewhere, there happened to be a book release. I didn't even know it was going on that day. And this woman had self-published a book, and I picked it up. I was like, oh, cool. I really liked the premise. It seemed relatable. I was like, great, this is going to be amazing. I opened it up and I was like, oh my God, the writing is terrible. And I was like, who allowed this to happen? And y'all, I whipped out my purple pen and I immediately started correcting stuff on the physical book because it was that poorly done. And I was like, I literally went to go leave an Amazon review because I only made it like halfway through the book. And I was like, I really wanted to connect with the author on this. I wanted it to be amazing, but it wasn't properly critiqued, obviously. Like it wasn't edited at all. It seemed very rushed in the publication process. If she, pulled this, unpublished it, fixed it, and then republished it, I would be so happy to do another review. But this was not properly done. And that was really, really rough, right? And so my husband was like, you think you can do better? And I was like, Give me 5 minutes. And then I found out about NaNoWriMo. And so then I went and wrote a book in 30 days. Why not? So it's stuff like that, though, where, again, getting feedback can make your project 10 times better, you guys. Do not be scared of getting feedback. Please, please, please get feedback. If you don't get feedback from somebody you know, get feedback from editors. We do editorial assessments. Y'all, there's not just proofreading, not just copy line edit, not just developmental edit. You can ask for an editorial assessment. And a lot of us do free edits. So make sure that you reach out to editors and ask about that kind of stuff. Just ask for feedback. We'll give you some feedback. Don't be scared. We do it all the time. We'll tell you what to focus on, and we'll tell you where your pros and cons are. We're here for you. That's literally our job. We're here to help. That's the whole point. Junie, we could set up a Discord group. You go for it, man. Set up a Discord group. I mean, seriously, there's nothing holding you guys back. Nothing. All right, speaking of which, let's put another 15 minutes on the clock. Chat and share what you're working on. Why not? I mean, right? Like this is the whole point, is to get together, y'all. All right. I'm gonna step off my soapbox. All right, 15 minutes on the clock. Pull up your documents. Get ready. We've got 15 minutes. Ready, set, go. 7 minutes. 1 minute. You know, I knew the timer was running out, but still it scares me half to death. It's fine. It's fine. Ariel, I'm just joining in. I may just do some brainstorming this sprint so I have more direction for the next one. Beautiful, beautiful. Brainstorming is amazing. I'm telling you, don't stop using it. It's always a good tool. Junie has given their Discord. Amazing. Okay. So if you guys want to jump into a Discord with Junie and talking about all this kind of stuff, jump in there. There you go. Greenwald, reach my word count for the day. Absolutely. Yes. 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 That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's amazing. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you guys. Don't forget to update your word counts. Before I forget, don't forget to update your word count on the NaNoWriMo website. Have you guys updated your word counts, or are y'all just like listening to me ramble? Come on now. Junie, need more people to talk to. Katie, 6:30. Yes, y'all. Oh, amazing. That's what I love to see. Oh, yes, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Word counts going up every single time. Gotta love it. Update, update, update Nano, update Nano, update Nano. Caitlin, 217. You go, kid. Yes. Okay. Y'all, it's getting close to the end of Nano. We're going to have to sing the NaNoWriMo song. Everybody, get ready. The NaNoWriMo song. It's Nano, it's Rimo. It's NaNoWriMo. It's Nano, it's Rimo. It's NaNoWriMo. Did everybody sing along? Yes, it's an amazing song. Junie, I did a side writing project and got 260. Rock on. Megan, 508. Love this. Caitlin's ready for Discord. Absolutely. I'm so excited. Y'all, it reminds me of the AIM chat rooms back in the day. I'm so old that chat rooms are back and they're just called Discord now. That's how old I am. Okay. Yeah. Back when like dark screen was like the normal setting for those kinds of things. Now it's cool to have a dark mode setting. It used to be the only setting in those chat rooms. I love it. History's just coming back, y'all. Junie, I may be able to rewrite a story I lost. Oh, that sucks so much. I'm glad that you'll be able to rewrite it. That's also one of the reasons that having a codex or having an outline is so important, and having like scene cards and stuff is because if forbidden, but if you lose a part of your project, you actually can like have memory of what happened in that project so that you can actually fill in those little gaps of what might have gone missing, because nobody likes losing their work. That is a terrible situation. So I don't care if you have to get an external drive, if jump drives, right? Like the little zip drives, if you save it to a Dropbox, if you save it to Google Docs, y'all save them multiple times. I don't care. Okay. Do not just save it to your hard drive. Do not, you know what? Email it to yourself. Okay. Email it to yourself. Okay. Okay, so I like how this message from Junie just comes in. I accepted Caitlin. That's nice. You should. She's a beautiful person. Accept Caitlin as she is. I love that. Because out of context, it's just a really nice phrase. I'm glad that you accept Caitlin. I do too. She's an amazing person. I've met her. Yeah, like it's so important to build this community, you guys. Seriously, don't just check your local groups either. Like look at other regions that are out there. Look at stuff that's online. Always, always, always check for more community because it is out there. I'm telling you, there's even a bookstore in my area that like one of my writers, rhymos, one of my rhymos has actually started like a monthly meetup there for writers to have a critique group. How awesome is that, you guys? Like seriously, you need to have the communication and community with other people. Katie, I save in docs on my computer and on an external hard drive. Snap cup. Yep. That's exactly it. Like save. It's better to save more than not enough. Okay. Like always. Junie, I lost this story. I planned to rewrite. I had sent it into a Chicago writing competition back in 2015. Oh my God. Is it sad that I realized that that's almost 10 years ago? Oh, now I feel old. Oh, man. Yeah, having your old writing, oh, y'all, I lost mine to a flood, and it just drives me nuts because we didn't have as much stuff on computers back then. That's how old I am. But yeah, like having that and being able to rewrite it and be able to re-experience that story and make it what you actually intended it to be. Oh, what an amazing opportunity. That is so cool. Like, please continue that project. Please, please, please. And like, seriously, y'all, if y'all want to like communicate even more about this, you can find me on Facebook as Funky Like Feathers. Like, you can talk to me and message me. I'm real. I'm a real person. You can actually message me about your projects. I love hearing about these kinds of things. This is so much fun. Oh my goodness, Katie, I have all of them I've done since 2004. Okay, that's like legit 19 years. Y'all, I love it. I love it, Junie. I will so get more than 5,000 words this time. And that was how I nearly got published. I didn't get any places but the interest of a publishing house. Oh, that is so cool. Oh my goodness. I want you to finish this project. Oh, I want you to finish this project. So I'm really bad about Discord. It's overwhelming for my brain. It's too much for my head. So that's why I don't get on Discord. That's why you don't see me over there or on forums and stuff, because maybe it's just flashbacks from the dark days. But yeah, it's really overwhelming for all of that. So like I do like Facebook and Instagram. I have a Twitter, but I don't, or X, I guess, but I don't really use it because again, it's a whole lot. So yeah, see, Katie, Discord confuses me. Yeah. Oh no, Junie, you lost that email. See, this is the rough part. Oh yeah. So yeah, even if you want to email me, you can email me funkylikefeathers@gmail.com. See how easy that is? It's like streamlined or something. It's like super simple. Yeah. But yeah, oh God, I love hearing about people's projects. So much, because these stories are so cool. And then I want to read them. I seriously want to read these stories. They sound always amazing. I love the plots that everybody comes up with. Katie, I keep trying it and still lose. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's a lot, right? I totally get it. Totally. My head gets overwhelmed too. I feel you. So you guys, y'all, this is the last Monday of NaNoWriMo for 2023. Okay. Now, I did come up with a video idea for YouTube. I think I'm going to record this for you guys if y'all want to watch this on the channel later. But I will record something about what to do after Nano, like how to get your project going after you finish it, either during Nano or after Nano, like what to do once you finish writing your project. Because I feel like everybody's like, oh, I did the thing. Now what? So I'm going to make a video for you guys so you can kind of get an idea just of my own personal opinion of what I think you should do. Because, Who doesn't love more input? I mean, why not? It's just, yeah, you'll get another person's random input. All right, y'all. That's it. That's it. That's the last live stream for Nano 2023. Now all I've got is regular videos that are going to come out. That's it. That's it. I love the fact that you guys are able to join me. You don't really have Facebook, Junie. That's fine. I'm on Instagram. I'm over there. I'm on Instagram. Funky Like Feathers. Exact same name. Look at that. I'm on the NaNoWriMo website as Funky Like Feathers. You can buddy me over there too and message me over there. I don't care. Yeah, I do live streams every Nano. And then I always consider doing a monthly live stream. And then I'm always like, but nobody will remember. So why? I don't know. Maybe I'll do it next year. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. You never know what's going to happen. All right. So you did buddy me on Nano. That's right. Buddies. All right. So I will watch for you guys to see your projects. Like, seriously, keep writing them, finish them. You've only got a few more days left of Nano. Finish your projects, y'all. You've got this. There's only a few more days. You've got this. Okay. And don't forget to update your word count, please. And then take a nap. Have a piece of cheese, something. All right. Chris, high five. Yeah. Good job for you guys. I'm so glad y'all did so well tonight. Well done on your word sprints. All right. And I will see y'all very soon, hopefully, on the shelves at the bookstore. Bye, you guys. Have a great night.